Samardzija, who joins us now. And Jeff, I'm sure you've heard all about this talk, especially being in Chicago. What do you think of how Coach Weiss has been treated by the fans as well as by the media this season?
I just think everyone needs to take a deep breath, really. I think everything's fine. I think they need to talk about something because, you know, obviously it hasn't been the season that they planned for, but, you know, it happens. I remember it's a lot like my freshman and sophomore year there, and things didn't go as planned, but after that we went to 2 BCS games and everything was fine. So everyone just needs to calm down a little bit and everything will be fine. Coach Weiss, everything under control, and everything will be okay.
Yeah, but as you know, Jeff, this is Notre Dame football we're talking about. High expectations, high hype, everything. Charlie Weiss, he's brought in some great recruiting classes, but why do you think this team isn't winning?
Well, I think they're young. I think it's you got to get out there and play the games. You know, you can practice all you want, but until you get those young guys on the field, you know, taking reps and playing against high-class Division I talent, you know, I think you just got to take your time. So I think he's got those guys on the field. I'm sure they're not losing, you know, more than 2, 3, 4 guys next year, and you know they'll get plenty of guys back next year, and everything will be fine. I think you always hear the same excuse of, well, he's playing with you know, other guys' recruits. Well, you know, then if you fire him, then what's the next guy doing? He's playing with Coach Weiss's great recruits. So,
right,
you know,
right. But you've heard the knock, Jeff. You've heard the knock that he only won when you and Brady Quinn and Walker and some of the other guys who were Ty Willingham recruits, you guys won. But ever since you guys left, you guys haven't won.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of it had to do with Coach Weiss. So we just weren't out there, you know, without a coach running around, you know, winning football games. I think we, you know, we had the talent was there, and then Coach Weiss came and brought it all together, and everything worked out. So, you know, everything's fine. Like I said, coming from a guy that played under Coach Weiss, you know, as long as he's got the guys there, from which it sounds like he does, you know, they'll be all right, and they'll win a bunch of games next year, and then trust me, he'll be back up on top, and everyone will be saying, you know, I told you we never should have fired him. So
you're saying, well, now, do you believe right now that he is the man for the job?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
He's a great coach. He's got the track record for it, and you know, if there's someone out there that has a better track record or they feel can fit it, then I'd like to hear who it is. But you know, I'm just not convinced that that's the right way to go about it. So you know, I think people that are tight in the organization and know what's going on, I think they probably have a good feel on things, and I think everything will be fine.
Of course, this weekend, big game, a big rivalry game between Notre Dame and USC. It used to be a great game. It's not expected to be this year. Why do you feel that the Irish, as you just mentioned, you want Charlie Weiss to stay in his job, so why do you think they are headed in the right direction?
You know, I mean, just watch them play. I mean, there's been the games have been up and down. Obviously, the BC game probably wasn't what you wanted, but you know, other than that, there's been a whole lot of games that came down to the fourth quarter, and maybe them not holding leads or things like that. But they're playing good ball. You know, it's just little things here and there that need to get fixed. I think you can attribute it just to young guys, and you know, like I said, it reminds me a lot of my freshman and sophomore year when we had young guys playing out there, and we weren't doing everything we were expected, but we know we're going in the right direction. So, you know, they'll be fine. I'm sure they're going to go out there, and obviously Coach Weiss is going to do his thing to get the guys ready for USC, and you know, I'm sure it'll be a good game, and you never know how it goes. You got to play the game first before you you know, start making guesses on how it's going to turn out.
Hey, I mentioned Brady Quinn earlier, your former teammate, now out for the year with the Cleveland Browns, a finger injury, as we just found out. Have you talked to him, and what has he had to say about the end of his season, as well as maybe some frustration surrounding his career so far in the NFL?
Haven't talked to him too much, but you know, obviously just playing with him for 4 years, I understand the type of guy he is, and I'm sure he's bummed. And you know, it's not out of character for Brady to go out there and want to play, you know, another game, you know, if he's hurt. He played when he was hurt, you know, my whole career there at Notre Dame. I can remember us being like, well, if he gets hurt, you know, we're kind of hurting because we don't have a backup quarterback. So he played hurt for a long time, and he always has, and I'm sure he'll be fine. Like I said, he still has a young career, and he's been sitting there just watching and waiting for his chance, and so he'll be all right. You know, he has a great work ethic, and he plays hard, and you know, hopefully he'll come back next year strong, and you know, and then, like I said, then he'll be on top, too, and he'll be the best draft pick of all time. It's amazing what winning will do. So.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Jeff, I got to ask you a baseball question, of course. What's your role on the Cubs pitching staff going into spring training?
You know, I don't know. I think it's a pretty open door.
What do you want it to be?
I want to start, you know, absolutely. I think I picked baseball and knowing what I wanted to do down the road with the Cubs, and, you know, being able to play for the Cubs for half a season this year was amazing. I couldn't ask for anything better to get my feet wet, you know, get out there and get some innings, and you know, play with this group of guys. I couldn't ask for anything more. We re-signed Dempster, which is probably the best move we could have done. Having that guy in the dugout, in the clubhouse, on off the field, just a great guy all around. So I think everything's there, but I want to go into spring training just with a shot, and you know, I feel good. The arm feels great, the body feels great, and I'm just looking to, you know, kind of get little things in line and see what happens.
I saw your debut on television, and for the rest of the season, you were so cool. It was, how much did your experience playing Notre Dame football actually help you on that stage at Wrigley Field?
You know, a lot. I mean, it wasn't really too big of a deal to go out there and play in front of that many people, you know, on TV. I think it's, if anything, it helped me. It kind of put me back in, you know, a situation I was used to of, you know, of being excited and kind of feeding off the crowd, whether it was good or bad cheers. So, you know, on the road, I remember being in LA, they get some great fans out there. So, you know, you're always battling something that gets you excited, and for some people they like it, some people they don't. But for me, I enjoy going out there and pitching in front of a lot of people and getting excited and, you know, letting the adrenaline run. And the problem for me is trying to, you know, pull that back a little bit and kind of just, you know, keep my head on straight. But it was a lot of fun, and it's kind of like a drug. You kind of get addicted to it, and you can't wait for next season to roll around so you can get back out there.
Well, so far, so good. Jeff Samardzija, thanks so much for joining us, and continued success. Good luck to your Cubs. Good luck to your Fighting Irish as well.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, while you